Hi guys. Okay, so I keep having the urge to make a video, and usually there's a reason for that. Alright, something I want to talk about. Mercury retrograde's coming up. There's people coming back to see if you've learned your lessons. Not necessarily the person, but spirit, universe, ancestors. There's gonna be tests to see if you have learned your lesson. And it could be anything from the person who's been disrespecting you behind your back shows up, they want to talk, or conflict in another person, similar to a situation that you ended and manifested in a new energy, if that makes sense. Stuff like that, okay? If you closed out a lesson and either you learned the lesson or you just didn't want to face it, it's coming back. That's what's about to happen. And also, right now, a lot of people who aren't as aware of self or how they project will kind of start to surface memories of you or your situations or themselves, and they'll project again. This is what Mercury retrograde is. A lot of people try and say, oh, Mercury retrograde just fucks me up and all this stuff. Mercury retrograde like does all this stuff in my life, but they don't realize like the only reason it's coming back is because it's a situation they have to deal with and not blame other people for, right? For me, like, the last Mercury retrograde was actually pretty good. Nothing bad really happened. An ex did come back that I didn't learn a lesson from, but it wasn't as intense, and I don't know why he came back, because he wasn't interested in resolving anything, and I just want to share this experience with you guys because you might be having it too. I never understood why he kept coming back, and I would fall for the lesson, or not the lesson, but I would go for it every time, I guess. And I would never get the chance to have the conversation or closure, right? And sometimes that's the lesson in itself. Not craving closure, not craving clarity from that person, but instead deciding, you know what, I attract this closed off avoidant energy because I can't handle rejection. That could be something that you might need to hear right now too. Someone might come back not addressing the past and wanting just to move forward without touching anything to do with your history, and sometimes it's just you can't do it that way. You need to manifest a new energy who's willing to work this situation out with you, willing to work out this lesson with you. And this is what they call karma energies. And it could be a soulmate or something of that sorts, but if they're too immature and they're too young in their timeline, then they're not going to be able to go with you, and you might see them in a year or even a few months if they do the work. A lot of people are rejecting their dark night of the souls because of fear of change. Like, they see their family members, their friends calling them weird for interacting with someone spiritual, or they hear them talking about someone spiritual, saying that they're into witchcraft and all that stuff. Anyone who's on this path knows that this stuff is not witchcraft, and if it ever comes up as a topic and you're spiritual, you know that witchcraft is not powerful, but it can influence, right? And yeah, I'm not going to get too far into it. That's a topic for another video. But I just wanted to share my experience with it because this has been something that resurfaces the last few Mercury retrogrades, and I'm so uncomfortable with it now. It's just like, I've learned my lesson. And I asked Spirit the last time, you guys can do this too before Mercury retrograde comes, ask them for a little bit of assistance. Like, what am I supposed to learn with this? What do you want me to learn? And for me, I think mine was being more patient and understanding in a situation or person that I can't help or sort things out with 444 when I said that. With a situation that I can't force or control, right? Because in the end, I'm not going to lie to you guys, this guy finally revealed it's an ex. this guy finally revealed recently that he says really nasty things about me to people. He tells them I'm mentally ill, and everyone agrees with him. I've never met these people before in my life, never. And it's like, I've had 2 other exes do this to me when they would cut me off because I found out they were cheating, lying, sneaking around, keeping secrets. It's just, you know, if you're someone who sorts things out head first and they're not used to that, they're not used to people asking questions, or they get really uncomfortable when confronted about lying, that's gonna happen. You're gonna be called crazy. You're gonna have someone, it's called crazy making too, when they cut you off or don't have that conversation or give you just enough to think you're about to get it sorted out, and then they start saying you're controlling, right? And like, someone who thinks having a conversation is controlling is unhealthy for you. Someone who, and I want to say this too, someone who has conversations when you're not in the room and tries to make it look like it's other people influencing him, he or she is probably saying things to give these people this idea. And the reason I thought about this is because if you guys didn't see my reel about intuitive warning, in there there's comments on there, and this one called EJ, really great comment. She actually helped me block someone today. She didn't make me or anything, but her comment was like, burping spirits message here. She helped me see, like, yeah, I guess because she said she blocked someone very manipulative, and she just said, no, I'm not doing it anymore. And then all of a sudden something really beautiful came in for her, and she's been seeing the number 7s. I've been doing that too. I won't lie. I've been seeing a lot of 7s, and of course the 7's in my name, but everywhere, like 6 license plates today, like 4 comments today had 777 likes. It was actually pretty wild, and I was like, okay, something good is about to come in. I need to listen. I need to make sure I'm staying on the right track. And I didn't really necessarily know what Spirit wanted me to do because I wasn't moving towards my past. But that comment, I read it again this morning because it was last night. And I realized, you know what? It's that person. It's my recent ex. I need to block him. And there's no reason to have any conversation. So ever since I blocked him, I've honestly just been like lighthearted. I did notice I have been thinking about him less. Like, I'm not obsessively thinking about him. I'm not worried about him. He's clearly fine. We have a situation that requires him to help me financially, but his roommate started saying really nasty things about me. And it's ironic, I'll tell you guys right now, because this is what it turns into when you mess with someone who can't mentally connect with you or spiritually in that way. They will make you the bad person from trying to encourage them to do that, right? I won't lie, I did spaz on this guy because it was really frustrating. It's like, how do you not see that we could just have a conversation instead of you blocking me and then talking to me a month later after you do whatever you're doing and just like trying to get me to move in and ignore the past. It doesn't work like that. And you know what? His energy clearly doesn't like mine. And that's the thing about Mercury Retrograde. This is why I want to explain this. His energy clearly doesn't like mine because I'm head on. I don't know if I'm intimidating. I don't think I am. I'm just more like, he calls me controlling. So I take that as too much. And he doesn't like that. He wants to do whatever he wants, and that's fine. That's not partnership though. Like, if you can't have a conversation and you think someone's being controlling and you're going around talking nasty to people, I'm really happy Spirit had him reveal that to me, because it was my final decision just to block. And I know he won't reach out, and this is a good thing. If you guys are experiencing the same thing with a friend, family member, and they keep saying, well, this person said this about you, this person said this about you and I agree with them. Or they come back trying to be like sneaky, telling you people said this about you to see your reaction. Mercury retrograde does not want you to have people like that in your field. And if you feel like manifestations are slowing down, if you feel like you're not reaching the peak of where you think you should be, think about who's in your circle. And think about what's connected to them at 111 when I said that. Think about what's connected to them. Do you have any negative cords possibly, or anyone or situation or job that drains you or makes you feel stupid when you do things where you should, how do I explain this? When you confront it, are you gaslit? Are you, do they do crazy making? Because I had a manager like that, actually, now that I think about it. I think he was my last lesson, I won't lie. I think he was my last lesson. And you know what's crazy? Every time we would reconnect and I would ask him if he was going to start helping financially with the situation, he would say, well, you're broke as fuck and I'm paying for everything, so I can do it whenever the fuck I want. And for me, I was like, well, you know what? I make money from what I'm doing, and it's enough to take care of this by myself. But in my mindset, I really wanted this situation to be balanced, right? So it was frustrating hearing that, and it made me feel a little bit weak, and I decided, okay, I'll shut up, I'll sit down. Spirit doesn't want us to do things like that. Spirit doesn't want us to conform or disrespect ourselves or believe that we need someone or something to resolve our situations. So I know that I'm talking about my own situation a lot, but I just want you guys to understand like why this could be happening to you. I felt so much relief when I blocked him. Remove that situation. I'm going to say remove the situation because that's really all it was. And I'd be really happy if he didn't reach out and just like left me alone, you know? It's just, it's never going to come to a balanced, it's never going to be balanced with either of us in each other's lives. And this could go for anyone, family member, friend who just keeps coming back and not learning their lessons or being responsible with how they treat you. Like anyone, a parent. Like sometimes people are really just lessons, and that's the harsh truth about it. I'm getting pains in my eyes. You know, I won't lie, lately, today I felt like really hateful energy around me, and I'm trying to cleanse it a lot, and I feel like it's purging from myself, and it could be manifesting outside energy like that. So that could be a message for someone. When you're feeling something inside, it's not necessarily that people are attacking you. Honestly, when you feel it inside and you're radiating and you're wondering, you can manifest it. And that's why it shows up. Sometimes our intuition isn't correct. We just manifest it. So be really careful with your thoughts right now in Mercury retrograde, because things are going backwards and things are falling apart. All right? Don't let negativity or any little situation throw you off your course. And if someone's going silent on you, let them be silent. Don't message them. Don't speculate. Mercury retrograde is really bad for people speculating and accusing behind the scenes and not confronting the situation in an appropriate, patient, compassionate manner, okay? I guess I should post this video because it might have a lesson for someone that needs clarity about. Yeah, I honestly, sometimes we've learned our lesson when we understand that this person doesn't respect us, whoever it is, right? If it's coming back around in a different form or the same person, remember what you learned last time and read the signs, because I thought this person was a sweetheart and he's just like my another situation I dealt with, basically. So read the signs, notice the mannerisms, and pay attention to how you feel. Do you feel confused? Confused is always a no, okay? I'll make a better video soon. I'm just like healing right now and purging, and I'm trying to get my energy back to like 0.0 because I do have like 2 other projects to complete. We're still going through some solar eclipse stuff and having the Mercury retrograde happening, the pre-shadow. Oh my goodness, guys, we are going through a lot, and I just want to say you guys are fucking troopers, okay? So remember, Don't get sketchy about that negative feeling you feel around you, because sometimes it's lingering there in the air because it's trying to leave your body. Choose to say, that's okay. Sometimes these feelings come up and sometimes things happen. Shit goes down, so it can be addressed, I guess. I was just trying to think of the way to say that because I wasn't sure what I was doing with that. So sometimes it goes down like that because literally the only way to leave your body, leave your energy is out. So don't manifest it, don't hold on to it, don't check on people that don't like you or you're not sure about. Don't respond to people creeping you, don't post about them, nothing, okay? Right now is the time to move in silence so you don't give anyone verification about a false character or narrative they're trying to paint about you. Let it go. Let them reveal who they are and feel their own energy, okay? I love you guys. Bye.